It's a weekly show about rAVe with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
I think we're live. This is Gary Kayye of rAVe TV. Welcome to rAVe TV. I'm not in my normal place, obviously. Guess where I am? Take a guess. Yes, this is me by myself. Steph is traveling today, but I'm traveling today too. I'm in Kayye, Belgium. Ring a bell? Anyone know who that is? I'm at the headquarters of Barco. You are absolutely right, and Barco is letting me use their spaceship-style headquarters here to do rAVe TV. I'm actually coming to you live from Kayye, Belgium at the headquarters of Barco. They have offices all around the world, but I am taking a tour today of the Experience Center. I've actually done most of the tour. I'm going to finish it up after rAVe TV today, but at the end of today's broadcast, I'm going to play some snippets, pieces, small chunks of my Experience Center tour. So let me tell you a little bit about Barco. Barco's been around for 90 years. The company started in 1934. They started by making radios. They're beautiful. You can see them now. This is the craftsmanship of the radios. That same craftsmanship. In fact, there was this dude that actually helped inlay that wood on those radios, who worked for Barco another 40 years helping to build projectors. So he stayed from the time they were a radio company until the time they got into projectors. And I saw everything from the old CRT projectors all the way through the DCI digital cinema projectors that are used in movie theaters today. Also got a tour of the new ClickShare Conference Center that they have here. I saw an immersive display that would be typically used by museums. They're showing how that can be used and how we're going to do a lot more immersion in malls and places like that. I got to see new LED technology. I got to see some really cool stuff. I'm going to put together, at the end of the day today, at the end of, I should say at the end of today's show, I'm going to do a short version of my Experience Center tour, but I'm going to put together a full video of my Experience Center tour and show it to you next week. But right now, welcome to rAVe TV, the industry's only live TV show, coming to you every Wednesday for now at noon Eastern Time, although we are going to start coming to you live every Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time soon. Watch out for that announcement. And then we will also be on again at noon. So if you like watching us at noon, you can watch us at 9 a.m. So that's why it's 3 p.m. CET time. So in Europe, it'll be 3 p.m. It'll come on at 1500 hours. Then we're going to do 9 a.m. If you watch it at 9 a.m., it's 3 p.m. In Europe, as I said. But also we're going to broadcast it again at noon on Wednesday, so that'll be 9 a.m. on the West Coast. So we're trying to cover everybody. Watch for that announcement. It'll happen in the next few days here, or next few weeks, I should say. But a lot of news going on in the industry. But I want to remind you, at the end of today's newscast, I'm going to do a tour of the Barco. I'll give you a sneak peek of the tour I did of the Barco Experience Center here in Kayye, Belgium. All right, so let's take a look at the news. I got my news here on my handy iPhone. All right, first off, first story today. Did you notice Elon Musk? Now remember, Elon Musk was an early investor in OpenAI, but he's no longer part of OpenAI. There was kind of a split up between him and Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI, early on, but he was an early investor in that. He has announced that he is coming out with a new AI system that he's calling XAI, but he's going to make it open source, meaning he's going to give it away for free so that anyone can develop their own AI chatbots or any other applications using his AI. This is a story from Reuters that was reported yesterday. I thought this is kind of interesting. Steph and I both thought this was interesting because Elon Musk is not someone to sort of underestimate with his capabilities, but also very controversial at the same time. And of course, AI is ramping up in a big way. It's being, just last week, I saw that Google integrated their AI system into all of their cloud-based apps. This is an interesting time we're living through, and I'm excited to see where this takes us. Let's turn our attention to AV news. I want to remind you that we have a temperature check out this month. That's this month's all about UCC technology. I think pretty much everybody who watches this is in the UC market in some way, one way or another. But we're giving away a $50 Amazon gift card to 2 random people that take our temperature check each month now. So if you are willing to go do the temperature check, just go to rAVepubs.com or scan that QR code and you can take the temperature check. It takes less than 2 minutes and you can be entered into a $50 Amazon gift card. And like I said, we're going to give away 2 per month now. Okay. One of our sponsors of rAVe TV is rAVe, and actually earlier today I got to see rAVe's 3-camera system at work here at the Barco in one of the ClickShare rooms that they had here. But they have a new, well, as you know, they have medical grade PTZ cameras, but they have something new called ViewCare, which is a camera management platform for all of their medical grade PTZ cameras. We're putting information up on it right now, and don't forget that rAVe will be at Enterprise Connect in March from the 25th through 27th, which actually Steph is going to be there at Enterprise Connect. So those of you who want to see Steph live and in person, she'll be at the rAVe booth at booth 1226, but she'll also be wandering around the trade show doing videos and so on and so forth. All right. Speaking of shows, ISE ended and ISE published some facts and figures about the ISE show that I thought would be. We have an article on our website at rAVepubs.com. Scan that QR code. You can see all those facts and figures. But let me tell you some that I thought were most interesting. There were 73,891 attendees. But what was interesting, I thought, was 1/3 of them, almost 1/3, a little more than 1/3 of them, I should say, were first-time visitors. 24,815 of the 73,891 were first-time visitors to ISE. That is pretty impressive. The top 10 countries that ISE attendees were from, Spain obviously being number 1, where 23,000 people came from Spain. UK number 2, Germany number 3, France number 4, Italy number 5, China next, Netherlands, United States, Belgium, and Poland. I was impressed that from the U.S. we had 2,323 people come from the U.S. I'm guessing about half of those were exhibitors. That means about 1,000 or so attendees were from the U.S. The UK being the second biggest country, 9% of the total attendance came from the UK. That's probably not surprising to many of you, but here's a data point that I think is really impressive. 30% of the total show attendance were end users this year, 30%. That's up from about normal attendance for end users, somewhere 20-25% at most of our shows that we cover. 30% is a big number. All the data and all the analysis, I should say insights from the data, are all at rAVepubs.com. Let's see, Logitech, check this out, just introduced the MX Brio. You know the Brio 4K camera. They came out with the MX Brio, and it's got a better lens on it and some really cool features. So I want to run this video right now so you can see what that is like. More news on our website. Remember, I'm getting all this from rAVepubs.com. We like to kind of cover a little bit of news from each of the categories that we cover. And here's some home news. Pioneer is delivering 2 new AV receivers. Now, what was impressive about these AV receivers, because I wrote up that article, was the compatibility with all the different video and audio formats and the price range. They're very inexpensive, but compatible with all the video and audio formats that are out there now. You can check them out at rAVepubs.com. That's the VSX 835 and 535. I think I'm ordering the 835 myself. I really like that product. With regard to Legrand, Legrand and Microsoft have teamed up to create and imagine a premium hybrid conference room. They have lots of details on how they are working with Microsoft to conceive pre-built packages of what a room should be beyond the electronics. Of course, the electronics are part of it, but what about the actual furniture and how should it be configured and how should the equipment be mounted in Microsoft Signature Teams rooms? They have a whole microsite on this. You can go to that microsite by scanning that QR code now, or go to rAVepubs.com, click the link. All right, promise you, hang in there. At the end of today's broadcast, I'm going to do a shortened version of my Barco Experience Center tour. The long version is probably going to end up being about 20 minutes. I'll do maybe a few minutes here to give you an idea what it's like here if you haven't been to Kayye, Belgium. Great hospitality, amazing chocolate and coffee. For those of you who are familiar with that, in Belgium, they're famous for chocolate and coffee. And they're also famous for ClickShare. And I got a sneak preview of some new features that they're going to introduce at InfoComm. That was really kind of fun and cool. And don't forget that one of our sponsors is Shure, and they're doing some really cool stuff. And hey, things don't sound good without Shure. Check out this video message from Shure.
Most meeting room audio solutions provide an inconsistent experience where some people sound okay, but others are barely intelligible. The Microflex Advance MXA902 integrated conferencing ceiling array not only provides superior audio capture with its array microphone, but clear and natural reproduction with its built-in loudspeaker. The result is a more equitable meeting experience for everyone on the call. Listen for yourself.
I'm currently sitting about 6 feet away from a typical all-in-one video conferencing soundbar. And from this distance, I sound okay.
I'm sitting about 12 feet away from the same soundbar. Note that my audio level is lower, my voice is a little bit muffled, and therefore I'm harder to understand.
We're now using the Shure MXA902 mounted in the ceiling of the room towards the front above the table. I'm sitting about 6 feet away from the microphone.
I'm sitting about 7 feet away from the MXA902, and therefore my voice quality is very similar to Andrew's. Because the MXA902 is mounted in the ceiling, it's a very similar distance to all talkers in this room, and the sound quality is consistent.
The MXA902 has a single zone of automatic coverage and picks up all talkers within a 20 by 20 foot area. The IntelliMix DSP balances the sound and removes room noise and echo.
Remote participants hear all talkers in the room, no matter where they sit. Consistent sound means a more equitable experience for all participants in the call.
The MXA902 integrated conferencing ceiling array provides superior sound that transforms meetings from tedious events to productive experiences. For more information, contact an authorized Shure reseller.
And we are back live. I'm coming to you live from Kayye, Belgium at the Barco headquarters. And more news on our website. Userful, you know Userful, has added a new dashboard for mission critical applications. Userful, man, they are a powerful company. They have come from almost nowhere, I feel like, in the last 3 or 4 years to really become a major player in the industry. In fact, behind the scenes, they're one of those companies that's running all the content in the LG booth at big trade shows, as an example. They're doing some amazing things. They have a network-based system that can run, network operation centers. The data that they can provide you is pretty amazing. No, they're not a sponsor. I'm just telling you because they've got this new dashboard out there. I want you to check it out at ravepubs.com. That story is on our website now. And of course, you can scan the QR code anytime to learn more about any of the things we talk about on rAVe TV. Just last week, ISE announced a partnership with Invidius Consulting to again bring back the digital signage show in Munich in July. That show's been going on for, I don't know, at least 10, 12 years now. And so the 2024 event details registration information. If you are from the UK or Germany or France or anywhere in Europe and you're interested in going to the premier digital signage event in EMEA, that's probably that event. It's a combination of Invidius, Florian and his team do a great job, and Mike Blackman over at ISE put this on together. I've attended that, I've covered it, and I've spoken at that event. It's very impressive. Maybe I might go to Germany in July. That might sound pretty good. Maybe I can convince Steph to go with me too, and we could do rAVe. I don't know. We should think about that. That'd be kind of fun. Although I don't know, Oktoberfest might be more fun. What do y'all think? Y'all think I should go to the show in July for you and report? Or should I go to the Oktoberfest and drink beer and eat gigantic pretzels in October? Comment, let me know wherever you're watching this show today. Remember, this is rAVe TV, come to you live every week, Wednesday right now, Wednesday at noon Eastern time, but we're soon going to move to 9 a.m. Eastern time, which would mean that we'll come on at noon, and we're also going to do it again at noon. So that means at 3 p.m. Europe time, you'll be able to see us and hear us live. Comment wherever you are. If you're watching me on LinkedIn, or you're watching on YouTube, you're watching on Facebook, or you're watching on Instagram, wherever you're watching, Twitter, comment and let me know. Should I go to the digital signage show in July in Munich, or should I wait until October, late September or October, and go to Oktoberfest? I'm going to pay attention to that. All right, let's see. What other news do I have here? Sony has partnered. Oh, this is a cool application. Sony did this behind-the-scenes partnership with Stella McCartney, and they did this at the Paris Fashion Week a couple of weeks ago. And we have some behind-the-scenes images because they wouldn't release anything to us. So we had to go find some hidden images, and Sony wasn't allowed to tell us exactly what they did. But here's some images of what they did at that Paris Fashion Week, and that case study. If you want to see how they use the Sony Bravia displays in a kind of unique configuration, that case study is at ravepubs.com. Actually, we have a video. Check this out. We got a video. Watch this video real quick. All right, we are back. Extron opened up an office in Las Vegas. Interesting. A training and experience center. They've opened up their own training and experience center in Las Vegas, just a mile or two from the convention center. So if you're going to be in Vegas anytime soon, you could check that out. And that's a good segue, actually. Did you know that registration is open for the Infocom show? This is going to be the big North American trade show. You can use code rAVE, R-A-V-E, and you get a free pass. And if you use our code, you'll get a free rAVe t-shirt at the show as well. So definitely use that code. Infocom this year is the 12th through the 14th in Las Vegas. And everything that happens in Vegas is going to be on ravepubs.com. As you know, all the news that we're covering here is always available at ravepubs.com. In addition to all the social platforms, next week, I'll be back in the U.S. We'll be live all week long for Launch Week 9, March 18th to the 21st. I'm excited about one of my sessions I want to talk to you about is with Audio Technica on March 18th at 2 p.m. I got to get that right, so I wrote that down myself. March 18th at 2 p.m. we'll be doing a live demo with Audio Technica and talking about their place in UCC. I'm excited about doing it. I love doing live stuff like this. So I hope that you'll attend Launch Week 9. You can register by clicking the QR code or scanning that QR code that we have on the screen right now. Go to ravepubs.com or go to launch, LAVNCH.com. And don't forget that Steph and I will be there, and we're excited to have you at Launch Week. This is going to be, we have prepared heavily. We have worked hard to put this event together for you. Got some great new partners. Yamaha is going to be there. I mean, Sony's part of it. We got everybody. All the big brands are part of Launch Week. So check it out at launch.com, LAVNCH.com. And of course, everything rAVe is at ravepubs.com. And while I'm talking Barco, I'm going to kind of give you a behind the scenes look at the Experience Center tour I did earlier today. I want to mention to you, don't forget, Barco's at barco.com, easy to find them. Okay? And of course, if you want to see the ClickShare products, go to barco.com/ClickShare. I want to thank Barco for the hospitality and my use of their space right now to come to you live here in Kayye, Belgium. Of course, everyone pretty much has gone home because it is 6 o'clock here. Actually, we're 5 hours ahead of you, so it's 5 o'clock here in Europe. And I want to thank all of our sponsors, Aver, Legrand, and Shure, for everything they do for us and allowing us to bring this to you. But for now, I want you to enjoy this behind-the-scenes look at the Experience Center tour to kind of give you a sneak peek, but I'll put together that full report of what it's like to come here to the Barco Experience Center and what I saw and what I thought about what I saw next week. But in the meantime, enjoy this, and thanks for watching. Hey everyone, I'm in beautiful Kortrijk, Belgium. Actually, it's raining, but that's okay. It's a beautiful day here in Belgium, and I'm here at the Barco headquarters, and it looks kind of like a spaceship. It's an awesome building. This is literally like a beautiful spaceship. We had swans swimming here earlier this morning, but here's what I'm gonna do. This is Gary Kayye from rAVe, and I'm gonna take you on a one-on-one tour of the Barco Experience Center here in Okay, our first stop on the Customer Experience Center tour is the immersive experience. So let's take a look at what this is like. You imagine that a lot of customers that Barco has are wanting to build truly immersive experiences, and projecting on the walls isn't enough. So in this room, they can project on the floors, as you're seeing here, a video that we shot a little bit earlier. They're using the entire space to show people what they can do for museum or corporate applications, or kind of any application where you want to do more than just impress them with presentation projection. This is truly immersive because we're projecting on the walls 360 degrees and the floor. Our second stop on the Barco Experience Tour is simulation, and this kind of gives an idea for customers of the different things that they could do, from giant simulation, flying airplanes and helicopters and training in simulators, also to at-home gaming kind of applications. Of course, you'd use a different projector depending on the application, but anyone who's interested in simulation gets to see that as well. All right, our third stop is Barco Medical. Now, a lot of you may not know how integrated Barco is into the medical industry. For example, providing high-resolution display technology for operating rooms, which transform operating rooms from analog environments to digital environments. And in other cases, diagnostic imaging, right? I mean, taking a look at scans. Once you think, oh, there you go, this is moving as I'm moving. Taking a look at scans once you've determined that there might be a medical issue. They even have a portable scanner I wanted to show you, but the wall keeps moving, so we'll come back to that. and then obviously we have what a radiologist would use, right? Our next stop is control rooms. Barco, everyone knows Barco for control rooms, so they've been doing them probably longer than most other manufacturers. And in this case, they have a experience center specifically geared around control rooms, and they're showing a lot in here. It's not just the display, but it's also the processing of the display technology. Here we have an LED wall showing TruePix and Infinipix products. And of course, LED is a technology that a lot of people have a lot of excitement about. But in reality, a lot of command and control and network operation centers use rear screen projection cubes. Main reason is you look at those fine lines up there. When you have that kind of imaging, for example, when you're doing transportation or you're monitoring fine detail, right, for security applications, mapping, things like that, you're not going to get this kind of resolution right now. Our next stop is video walls. We think about video walls in all sorts of applications like retail, corporate, even meeting spaces that are now using video walls to give a more immersive experience. Well, the Unicy 2 product, as you know, uses LCD. And in this case, basically, what's unique about Unicy is not just the colorimetry and the resolution and the quality, but it's the serviceability and how quick it is to install. It all starts with the mechanical design with this behind each of the panels. This allows you to adjust the panel in any configuration. So if the wall's not exactly flat, you can correct for that. But even if you drill a hole in the wrong location, they can actually correct that with this structure behind here when you're attaching this to the wall, the superstructure itself. And this all is part of the magic of Unicy. Next part of the tour is I'm in the S3 cave inside the Customer Experience Center here at Barco in Kortrijk, Belgium. So I'm armed with something you can't see, which is a three-dimensional image of this using three projectors, one projecting on the floor, one projecting that wall, one projecting that wall. Now I'm inside this house. So you can imagine using this as a tool to visualize an environment, right? I imagine that you can guess what this is. Of course, Barco has a fairly new division. About 10, 12 years ago, they started a Barco residential division to help people that really want high-end theaters, because Barco's got a history of 20 plus years in digital cinema, meaning they were part of the original DCI Alliance that created the new standard we're using in digital cinema now. If you go to a movie theater, more than 50% of the theaters that are built today use Barco projectors. And so here they've got a full theater experience for a home or what kind of application you might want as a screening room or maybe even a high-end home theater. All right, for the last part of our tour, we're at the place that everybody wanted me to come, and that's the ClickShare conference demo rooms. They've actually built a bunch of conference rooms here at Barco to simulate the different applications for ClickShare, and they're using all their ClickShare partners for each one of these rooms. In this case, this is, a typical U-shaped room, and they're using the Logi, and they also have, I think, Poly here in this room here. This is their Poly with a 21:9 display here. So they're showing Avocor as a partner here, and they're showing sort of how, they're showing how Zoom and Teams works with each of these platforms in different configurations. This is more of a huddle space configuration.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.